Hey guys, what's up? For those of you that don't know me, my name is Crissanna, and if you're new here, then welcome, and if you're an oldie, welcome back. So guys, in today's video, we're going to be testing out the E.L.F. times Jen Atkin's Let's E.L.F.ing Do This palette. So this is like an all-in-one face palette, you guys. You have your like eyeshadows up here, and then you have your face shades down here, but you can mix and match with everything. I feel like even with the eyeshadow shades, you could use the lighter one to set, then you can use the darker ones to contour and bronze. Also in this video, you guys, I used the new NYX Tetris Lip Kit. So this came with the Coffee NYX Lip Liner, and then it also came with the Praline Butter Gloss. But yeah, if you guys end up liking this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't already. And if you guys want to see exactly how I use this E.L.F. palette, then go ahead and keep on watching. I'm going to be testing out the new E.L.F. times Jen Atkin's Let's E.L.F.ing Do This palette. So I got mine in the shade light medium. So just for reference, it does not tell you on the packaging anywhere that this is a light medium. It only shows on the outer packaging. So the material in this is super heavy, you guys. This is like acrylic. So you get your 4 eyeshadow shades, and then you get your 3 face shades. So I'm really excited to play around with this. So I guess let's go ahead and do the eyes first. You guys already know I'm going to take my CoverGirl Undercover Concealer and prime my lids. So I also did go ahead and turn the brightness down on my camera. If it doesn't look right, please let me know down in the comments below. I just felt like there for a while it was just so bright and it looked so washed out compared to like other videos. Even though I've had this camera for like 6 or 7 months, I just still feel like I can't get the brightness right. So when I first seen this palette, you guys, I was actually thinking about using this first shade to like set under my eyes and stuff, but it is, I think, a little bit too dark for that. So I am first going to just jump in with this shade right here. So there isn't any names anywhere on this palette. So this actually is showing up on my lid, which I didn't think it would. And then also I'm using a JH32 brush, so it is a blending brush. So far, so good for the first shade. I am getting a lot of kickback up in the pan. Brushes are so dirty, you guys. Next, I'm going to take this third brown shade right here. For that, I'm going to use a Morphe M433 brush. So I'm just going to start working this right into my crease. So the pan sizes in this palette are pretty big, you guys. So I feel like it would last a while. So far, that is a really nice shade. It is really soft, but I do think it's buildable. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep building up the pigment. Guys, so far so good. Let's go ahead and deepen up the outer V now. I'm going to take the deepest brown shade in the palette. So I'm going to start packing this along the outer V. These colors are blending together so nicely. Very effortless. So for now, I'm just going to keep the darker shade right along the outer V. I'm not going to bring it up into the crease. So I'm just going to lightly start blending that over into the crease. So now I've decided if I want to go in with a matte shade on the lid or if I want to do a shimmer shade. So I feel like the choices that I have are this highlighting shade or this light matte shade right here. Let's go ahead in with the highlighting shade. You know what, let's go ahead in with the matte shade. So I'm going to take this shade right here and I'm going to place this right on the inner half of the lid. I feel like this shade definitely could have been a little bit lighter. Going back in to make sure that is nicely blended. I mean, I guess the eye look is okay. I'm really tempted to add some shimmer, but I am going to actually add some in the inner corner. So I'm going to take the highlighting shade. I'm just going to pop this right on the inner corner. Like, I feel like E.L.F. definitely should have made a light, medium, and dark, because I feel like the light and medium is just a little bit on the medium side for me personally. Like the highlighting shade, I just feel like is a little bit too dark for me. I'm also going to pop a little bit of that under my brow. Like, it's not very brightening on my skin. So I'm actually going to pick up a little bit of the bronzer shade, and I'm just going to use that to blend everything out. And I absolutely love how you can use every shade in this palette for your eyes, face. You can pretty much use it for whatever. So that has one really good thing about this palette. All right, guys, so I'm going to go off camera, do my eyelashes, and then I'll be right back. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move in for the face now. So I'm going to go back into the palette, and I'm going to take the bronzer shade. And like, even if this shade didn't fit you guys, you could always use like any of these shades right here as well. I mean, this bronzer shade fits me. It is a little light, but it does work. I mean, it's definitely pigmented and it is buildable as well. I'm going to bring some right here on my jawline. I really, really love the way it warmed up my face. I feel like when I don't have bronzer and stuff on, my face just looks like so flat, so white. So this really did warm up my skin and it looks so good. Now let's move on for the blush shade. So this is a really soft shade, but once again, it is buildable. Also putting some right on my nose. That is really pretty. I really, really like both of those shades. Let's move on for the highlight shade. I feel like this shade is kind of dark. It's almost like the shade is the bronzer. If like the bronzer had shimmer in it, it'd be like the same shade. Oh yeah, see, that's more of like a gold. I mean, it can definitely work, but it is just a little bit too dark for me. So let's go in for the bottom waterline now. So I want this to be very soft, so I'm not going to go in with a smudging brush. I'm just going to take a small blending brush. And I'm going to take the third shade over. Or no, you know what? I'm actually going to take the second shade because we didn't use that one yet. And just very lightly, I'm just going to smoke out my waterline. Just with like a little bit because I want this to be soft underneath. I'm just going to add a little bit of mascara. This is the Maybelline the Falsies Lash Lift. Now that we've got our face all done, we're going to go in with the NYX Lip Set. Once again, this is the NYX Tetris Lip Set. Once again, the lip liner is Praline and then the butter gloss is in the shade Coffee. So they also came out with a huge palette with this. But I just seen like one review and I really didn't see that it worked really that well. And I really didn't want to have like a huge palette in my collection that just didn't work well. But anyways, for this game, you guys, I used to play this all the time when I was a kid. And I remember a lot of like the older like flip phones and stuff came with this game. Because like I said, not many people probably even know about this game. Like the newer generation, like kids that are like 10 years and younger probably have no idea what that game even is. So here is the lip liner. I'm going to go ahead and swatch it for you guys just so you guys can kind of see the shade. So it is a lot more of like a mauve kind of brownish reddish tone, kind of like a burgundy. It's definitely not as brown as I thought it was going to be. And then I'm going to go ahead and swatch the butter gloss as well. So it almost looks to me like the lip liner is actually a lot lighter than the gloss is. So I really don't know how that's going to work. Let's go ahead and try it out. So first I'm going to line my lips with the lip liner. Okay, so the lip liner is Coffee and then the butter gloss is Praline. I had it backwards. But I would expect Coffee to be more of like a kind of like a deep brown shade. I feel like that took forever to fill my lips in. I think it's really ever took me that long. I'm going to go in with the butter gloss in the shade Praline. This is the first time I've ever tried a NYX butter gloss. I have like a bunch in my collection, but I just haven't opened them yet. Now these actually go together a lot better than I was thinking, just because on the swatches, the lip liner looked a lot lighter, but it's not. They go together almost perfectly. And the butter gloss smells really, really good too. All right, guys, so here we have it. Here is the finished look. I will give you a close-up. So final thoughts on the E.L.F. and Jen Atkins eyeshadow palette. You guys, I would give this 10 out of 10 stars. I think it performed awesome. And I love that it has so many different things in it. I feel like you could just throw this in your bag, take this with you on vacation, take this with you if you're going out of the house for a day. I feel like it is perfect for that because you do have your bronzer, you have your blush, you have your highlight. And then if you are a little bit darker than me, you could even use this shade right here, you guys, as a setting powder, like under your eyes. You could also use anything on the top row for a bronzer, a contour, in your crease. Like you can use this palette for pretty much everything, you guys. And that's why I do absolutely love it. I think this is amazing. And I think this was really, really smart. I know that Dominique Cosmetics came out with an all transition palette like a couple months ago. That palette is to like one that you can just use for like everything on your face. And I feel like E.L.F. did a great job with coming out with this one, because this one is $14. The Dominique Cosmetics one is like $48, I want to say, so almost $50, which I absolutely love this palette, and I'm definitely putting this in my collection. This is going to be great for every day, you guys. Like, just every day, throw something in the crease, put a little shimmer on the lid. I think it's going to be great, and I think if you guys don't have this, I definitely do recommend it. And then for the NYX Tetris Lip Kit, I absolutely love this. I love how they mix together. I think they look absolutely beautiful. At first, like I said, I did think the lip liner was going to be a little bit darker, but it's not. They do go together very well. And I would also give the NYX Combo a 10 out of 10 stars as well. But yeah, if you guys ended up liking this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't already. And if there's anything at all that you guys want to see next, please let me know down below. And yeah, I do want to let you guys know I do have a bunch of bathing suits coming from Shein, so I will be doing a Shein swimmer haul on my channel very soon. But yeah, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.